Today I'm showing you how I get this flawless drugstore foundation. So if you want to see, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already applied my sunscreen. This is the Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer and it has SPF 15. You always want to make sure to wear sunscreen whether you're going to be inside or outside because it really does help prevent aging. Okay, for primers today, I like to mix two primers to really make my skin look flawless before I apply my foundation. I've lost one primer. I'm sure Sailor has it. Hold on. So I've already applied my sunscreen. I've already got my eyebrows on, obviously, because my eyebrows, I wish they looked like this, but they don't. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Master Prime by Maybelline. This also has SPF in it. It has SPF 30. And this is the Blur and Illuminate one. I really, really like this one. And so I'm just going to lightly apply that to my face. You don't want to be rough with your skin. Now I'm going to go in with a pore filling primer because I do have some pores right here. They're not really that big, but they bother me, so I want to fill those in. So I'm using the Maybelline Baby Skin. I really like this. And I'm just going to pat that into the places that I have some pores. And this really just helps your skin to look flawless. And that way the foundation will sit better on top of your skin and not sink down into your pores. So, for foundation, I like to mix two foundations. And of course, they're both from L'Oreal. L'Oreal and Maybelline make the best foundations at the drugstore, in my opinion. So this is the L'Oreal True Match. And this is in the shade Light Ivory W2. And this one is in the Infallible Pro Glow. And this is in the shade 203. And this has SPF 15 in it, and this has this has SPF 17, and this has SPF 15. So, like, I have a crap ton of sunscreen on my face, but that's really, really good. And so I just like to mix these because it gives a really pretty finish. So, I'm just going to take this and apply it to my finger and just dab it on my skin. I'm going to start with the bottom half of my face and then work on the top half. Same thing with this. Okay, and to apply, I'm taking this sponge from Real Techniques, which is filthy right now, but it's okay. And I'm just going to pounce it into my skin. I did dampen this sponge underneath the water, just so it makes it bigger and easier to work with and more gentle on your skin. And you just want to take your time blending. I said this in my last video, but the more time that you take blending in your foundation, the more flawless it's going to look. Just because it really helps it to sink into your skin. So I'll sit here until I feel like it's really, really blended and not just sitting on top of the skin. I make sure that it's really, really melted into my skin. And using a sponge like this really is a great way to get more flawless foundation. Because sometimes, I like using a brush, but it will leave streaks sometimes. So that's why I like using this, because it's just foolproof. So now I'm going to add some to my forehead. And you want to make sure to blend it into your hairline. And also onto your neck. Just so everything matches and it doesn't look like you have a mask on. Even if your foundation matches your skin perfectly, you just want to make sure to blend it really good onto your jawline and your neck. Just to be safe. Okay, so the foundation part's done. I think it looks pretty good. I think this is a great combination from the drugstore. I also like these two by themselves. But when I know that I just want my skin to look very satin and not overly glowy, but definitely not matte, I go for this combination. Okay, now we're going to jump to concealer. My favorite concealers right now from the drugstore, I really like this Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlighter. This is in the shade Fair Light. And I also really like this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. I also like the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but I do not have that right now. I tried to get it at Target and they were completely wiped. Every single shade. They didn't even have any of the darker shades. They had nothing. It was wiped clean. I was like, I've never seen that before. So I'm just going to take this, and it's like a little squeezy thing. And I'm just going to start applying that underneath my eyes. And down the sides of my nose, because that does help, like an easy way to contour your nose. I'm going to apply it on the inner corner of my eye. Same thing over here. And I'm just applying it in a triangle and bringing it up into the inner corner because I have a lot of darkness right there. So I'm going to take this same sponge and I'm going to start blending that in. And I'm going to bring it onto my eyelid too, just to kill two birds with one stone and to prime for eyeshadow, just to cancel out those veins. So I really like this concealer. I think it does a really good job. Okay, for powder, I really love this Coty Airspun powder. It smells disgusting, which I always say, but it really does. I can't stand the smell. It just has a very strong perfume scent, but I took the sifter out of it, so it's just a big cup of powder, and it does have duct tape on it because it's cracked right there. But I'm going to take this sponge again, and I'm just going to blend out these creases one more time, and then I'm just going to dip the flat side into the powder, and I'm just going to pack that underneath my eye and down the sides of my nose. I got powder in my eye, so just ignore my red eye. But I'm going to take some powder on this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and just apply it to my eyelids just to set down that concealer, just so my eyeshadows later will blend easier. I just realized that the ceiling fan was on the whole entire time I was filming this. I really hope that you can't hear it in the background, and if you can, I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go back to bronzing and contouring. I don't set my whole face with powder because my skin's very dry. So to bronze, I'm going to go in with my favorite bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm sure you've heard about it if you're into makeup. It's the best. And I'm taking this Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to start applying that to the outer portions of my face, just to give my skin some color because I am very pale. I haven't been self-tanning, or of course I don't really like to get in the sun, and I'm too lazy to self-tan, so I just embrace the paleness. Okay, my under eyes have been baking long enough, so I'm going to take this e.l.f. small tapered brush and I'm just going to wipe that off, just so it doesn't overly dry my under eyes out. This powder is so bomb, that Coty Airspun. But I'm going to contour, so I'm taking this NYX contour kit, if you can see it. This is actually Highlight and Contour Pro palette. So I'm just going to take this shade right here, which is the lightest one of the contouring shades. And I'm going to take my Morphe M523, and I'm just going to dip that in there and tap off the excess. And then I'm just going to apply that to the hollows of my cheekbones. And then blend that up around my temples and my hairline. Okay, same thing on the other side. And this will really just slim your face and make it look more defined so you don't look like a potato. And then I'm going to take it on that double chin. Pretend we don't have it. Okay, now I'm going to take this same Coty Airspun powder, and I'm going to take my sponge again, and I'm just going to apply a straight line right underneath, like where my ear is, down, just to sharpen up this contour and make it look like we are just professionals. And I'm going to let that sit while I contour my nose. So to contour my nose, I'm just taking this Morphe M502. I'm not really picky. I don't really do the most contour on my nose. I just kind of apply it. And I'm taking my butter bronzer, tapping off the excess, and just applying that down the sides of my nose. And then I'm taking that sponge and I'm just going to pounce over it and with the powder side, and then I'm just going to wipe that off, just to diffuse that line a little bit so it's not so harsh. Now I'm going to apply my blush. My favorite blush right now is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Pearlescent Pink. I love this. It has a little bit of glitter to it, and I just think it's beautiful. So I'm going to take my Morphe E4 blush brush, apply that to it, and just pop that onto my cheeks. off this powder underneath my contour. Okay, now for highlight, I love Wet n Wild. Like, it's seriously like one of my favorite brands from the drugstore. I'm taking this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. And first, I'm going to spray my face with this e.l.f. makeup mist. It's rubbed off, but it's the e.l.f. makeup mist instead or something like that. And I'm just going to spray my face. And this helps just to sink the powders into your skin and make them not look so powdery. But I'm going to now take this highlight. And this will just really make the highlight pop too when your skin's a little bit damp. So I'm taking my Morphe M501 and I'm just going to apply that. This highlight is amazing. It was limited edition, but they brought it back and made it permanent. So make sure to go to your local drugstore or to wetnwild.com, wetwildbeauty.com, and grab it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my eye makeup, and then I will be right back. And that's it, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all found some good products that you're going to go out and purchase. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And if you have any video requests, then leave them also down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye! Bye! Showing you how to get this. Hey, go give this. Go get some socks. Go get your socks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.
Mommy, he got it boots.
Okay, go get your socks in your room. I hope, and that's it guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Wave to him. Blow him a kiss. Do your pretty smile.